Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. So I was getting ready to come on camera, and one of the things that they say is to like wear bright colors. And it's crazy to me, like 10 years ago, if you looked in my closet, it was like versions of pink, like so much pink, right? Magentas and pale pinks and pink, pink, pink. And it, like, annoyed my kid, and, people around me were like, "You always wear pink. Pink looks good on me." So, I don't know what happened, but then all of the sudden, all I have in my closet is, like, black and gray, and I'm not a black and gray well, I mean, a black does kinda banish negative energy, right? Which is why they kind of say that, like, the witches of old wore black, right? Because it, like, staved off negativity or whatever. Um, but yeah, like I need to like get some lighter, brighter colors. And I actually, this is one of the shirts that I actually just recently bought, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted. Like, it's not the material I thought it was. Was very disappointed when I got it, but I'm like, I don't have any light colors or anything that looks good. So, yeah, craziness. So, welcome everyone. If you are new to me, I am Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium and master instructor teacher with integrated energy therapy. And so, if you didn't get a chance to check out my YouTube, last night I did drop the August general reading. I'm actually going to come back with the individual signs like I used to do. I used to do one big video with the timestamps for all the individual signs. I'm going to do that for August, but I believe I'm going to do it for the August um Lionsgate energy. So when we get closer to 8/8, I will be doing it then. So that is kind of where the process was for some reason, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that August, I haven't done a monthly like that in a long time. That was just something that I was being propelled to do. Sometimes I get very compelled or propelled by spirit to do things. And so I don't know if you're experiencing that in these energies. Like there are certain things that I can't not do or certain things that I have to put off. And actually, that was one of the reasons that I got in contact with Crystal Pilot at Crystal Clear Coaching here in Auburn, New York. So yeah, so I will be, let's see if I can get the camera to. So yeah, so I will be partnering with her in the coming months to do things down there at her shop. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is on August 12th, an in-person reading event. So if that's something you're interested in, go and check out the event tab on my website. All the information is there. And also there's a Facebook event. So I'm looking forward to getting out and about and just meeting those of you in the community that I've met before or that I haven't had a chance to meet just because the things that I've done in the community have been kind of sporadic in the last few years. So yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on. So I'm looking forward to being a part of her tribe. Um, really looking forward to that. So that's what's going on kind of in person locally here in Auburn, New York. But for the rest of you, distance sessions, whether it's a reading, whether it is IET, integrated energy therapy. So check out my Facebook page. Scroll down. You will see that I do have a summer sale, 33% off one session. So it really does give you bang for your buck, especially for those of you who have like been called to maybe take IET session or called to really start to dive deep into your own healing journey, especially for those of you who have dealt with addiction, or for those of you who are healing from narcissistic abuse, for those of you who are doing inner child work. I know these energies are compelling us to dive deep. And so I think that was why I don't do coupons very often. But I was called to put that out because I feel like there are people who've been wanting to work with me. So a little incentive from spirit to say, hey, this would be a really great way to pop on and do that with her. Um, so yeah. So I will actually be teaching integrative energy therapy healing modality in person. I can only teach IET in person. It's one of the stipulations of integrated energy therapy. The copyrighted owner. They want the teachings. We can do distance sessions. We can actually do distance sessions starting at the basic level. So if you have a basic certification, you can do distance sessions. If you have an intermediate certification, you can do distance sessions. If you have an advanced level certification, which everyone that I have taught, my cohorts, they all are up to the advanced level. And I have had at least one person I know go into the MI. So thank you. But I do know that, yes, we have to do the certifications in person. So I will be doing an in-person at Crystal Clear Coaching in, I believe, September. I'm looking at mid-September. So it's going to be a weekend. I'm going to do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, kind of like what I'm doing in Canada, which actually is the model that Sheila Tillich in Rochester uses. So modeling after my mentor, and also she is who I refer you to for your master instructor level. So I don't want you to think that you can't get the master instructor level if you do get your certifications with me. No, she's just about 45 minutes away from me, and she makes it super simple to work with her. So shout out to Sheila Tillich, Sheila Be Healing. All right, so there's a shout out for her. And yeah, it's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey of subtle yet profound healing. And if you read my latest blog, the only thing that I ask for you to bring to the table, to the I'm looking at my table, actually, my massage table, where you lay on, and I do the hands-on healing if you're in person. If you're not, that's okay. But yes, that is where we do profound change and profound healing. And the only thing I ask for you to believe is to believe. Believe that the angels are with us. Believe that you're not alone. Believe that you are being supported. All right. So with that being said, let's see what the angels have for us today as far as a message for this Friday, July 21st. July 21st. So good morning, everyone. Please, hashtag replay. Join your energy to the group, because when you join your energy to the group, it helps amplify all of our energies, but it also allows me to then tap into your needs or wants as far as energetic support, which informs all these readings. Definitely informs all the readings. So that's why I feel like no matter if it's a daily guidance or a monthly or a weekly, there's something here for everyone. You're going to resonate at some level with everything. So yeah. Oh my gosh. So yes. Okay. When I get that many cards all at once, it makes me feel like we need a super, because we did start. I got one card here already. So yeah, let's see. What is going to be for our most beneficial energy? What is most beneficial for us to be brought today, Spirit? What is most beneficial for us? To be honest with you, the first thing that I'm getting is some clearing. So I'm actually going to ground us. I'm going to use some Lang Lang and just ground our energies. So if you're coming to this and you're feeling like you're not grounded, or you're not able to feel, see, hear, or know Spirit, yeah, let's take a minute to take a nice deep breath. Hand on our heart. If you didn't look at the reels yesterday, I actually did a like a breathing meditation, bringing you back into your presence. Very, very important to do that when you're feeling anxious or tired or overwhelmed. Put your hand on your heart and just breathe in and out. Connect to your breath. Get back into presence. I'm not getting comments, so I don't know if I'm just not. I might check my phone just to see if anybody is here. Yeah, I was feeling narcissistic energy today. I have a couple of cards in this deck that really make me feel narcissistic energy, and one of the 2 popped up. One of the 2 popped up, so let's see. Yeah, I knew I wasn't alone. I knew after 7 minutes I wasn't alone. So, guys, I'm not getting my comments, so that's okay. So that's okay. Alright, so please, hashtag replay. No worries. Um, Happy Friday. The first card that flew out was the Justice card. So I feel like for those of you who are gonna resonate with this message, there is something going on or some, document, legal, advice is coming in, and I feel like it is time for you to come into balance, to kind of take care of business that is coming to you. For some of you, this business has been, long-standing. It's coming to you because of your past choices and decisions that brought consequences that are now kind of you're feeling in this energy. The consequences is what you're feeling in this energy. And so for some of you, it's like it's time to take care of your legal business. It's time to, guys, I'm feeling divorce. I'm feeling like divorce documents. So whoever this resonates with, I feel like either you have the divorce papers and you just haven't signed them, or um, it's time to get to the point where you have divorce papers, uh, oof, yeah, they to be drawn up. And this is because it's time for you to come into, and I got the Emperor card here. And so the Emperor is really you. This is your like divine masculine energy coming in to say it's time to shore up your business, do your business, take care of business, be very intentional, but stand in your power, because you are being given the key. You are being in the and I feel like it's like the key to like get out. I feel like it's the key to like the get out of free jail card. Like you're being given that card, but you're not taking it. You're not taking it because of whatever, right? The fear, the manipulation, whatever it is that has been holding you in this place of stagnancy and blockage, the fear of making a different change, the fear of going in a new direction, the fear of what would my life look like if I wasn't in this situation, if this person wasn't in my life, like what would my life look like, right? And that's what I'm feeling you're being brought to. It's time to, and oh my gosh, and for some of you, you have to make this decision for the children. That yes, if it was just you probably could handle being in this bad situation or being manipulated or being physically, mentally, emotionally, and verbally abused regularly is what I'm hearing, okay? But it feels like, there's a situation where there's children involved, and this is where, uh for yourself, like, do it for them. And again, I'm not a legal professional. Go get your legal professional help, all right? So talk to your lawyer, talk to your doctor, get a counselor, women's shelter, victim advocate, whatever you need. But I am feeling like this is what you're being brought to in this energy, that it's time. It's time to take the stand. It's time to go in the direction you need to go in. And again, if you can't take that key to unlock the new door for yourself, right? Do it for the people, the little people in your life that it will positively impact. Because the reason you've stayed, the reason you've been putting up with this for so long is because there is a shadow aspect that there's been some trauma that you have it's patterning. I feel like it's patterning, whether you had a narcissistic parent or caregiver very early on, like this abuse type, maybe it isn't as bad as what that was. So it's been easy to stay or easy to justify, right? Because it felt familiar. You were comfortable in that energy. But that's your shadow now coming up saying, it's time to move on. It's time to recognize this for what it is, right? The demon in your corner, right? This old way of feeling. this old way of being and doing that no longer serves you. And now it's your shadow side that's saying it's time to move on. It's time to um, not let this be your comfortability. And when spirit's bringing us messages or inspiration, it's always leading us to the new thing, which is always uncomfortable. So spirit is always driving or pushing us right out of our comfort zone. And I feel like this message today is for those of you who have been in a comfort zone of pain, a comfort zone of putting up with what you don't deserve because maybe that's how you grew up and that's what you know. But I do feel like there is this element of your shadow that it's now time to walk away from, deal with, take care of. Again, the consequence of past actions that are coming back. It's time to take care of business. It's time to stand in your power and balance out your life so that you can now move forward in a very empowered way so that you can continue to receive the keys that are unlocking the doors that just they don't fit anymore. They're not your door anymore because it is now time for you to get on a new road. It's time for you to go down a new road, a new path to be able to, oh gosh. And for some of you, what I'm getting here is it's time for you to come back into like childlike innocence. And I feel like for some of you, you didn't even get childhood innocence when you were supposed to have childhood innocence, right? So now healing that inner child or that old programming and patterning is now allowing you to get into this innocent, childlike wonder and excitement for the new. But it is about taking a leap of faith into the new, taking that childlike quality of innocence and moving towards your goals, towards your own desires. Your own desires. I feel like you've been putting your own desires on the background for someone else for a very long time. And now it is time for you to come into your sovereignty, for you to come into balance of who you came here to be, balancing the scales. And for some of you, that is healing the inner child or getting into childlike qualities that you weren't allowed to be the child when you were supposed to be. And so as an adult, it's like take the time out to, and it doesn't have to be like, I'm gonna shuck everything in my life and just, do all the things I want like I would have as a child. No, but maybe, one thing a day that you do that does, fill up your cup, right? One thing day you do that maybe you had wanted to do as a child that you didn't get a chance to do, you take 10 minutes out and you go play in the mud, or you take 10 minutes out and you color, right? You color in the coloring book. And maybe you do that with your child, or maybe you do that with your grandchild, right? Do all those things you didn't have time to do or weren't allowed to do when it was that time, because this is about you putting your past behind. This is about you walking away from any abuser or person or situation that didn't allow you to stand in your power, didn't allow you to be the true, authentic expression of who you are and came here to be in this lifetime, right? So, good morning, Cynthia. Good morning. Yeah. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants to add to this. Oh, oh, and I got this yesterday. Wow. Yeah, it's time for forgiveness. It's time to release resentment, heal the past, and see the divine in all, which is could be why I was talking about IET at the beginning of this video, because I feel like, yeah, it is time for forgiveness. And if unshackling yourself, breaking the chains of the past, So for some of you, this forgiveness isn't about anybody else, but really forgiveness for yourself for maybe staying in a situation too long or repeating patterns over and over again, making choices and decisions, knowing what the consequence was going to be, that it was going to be bad, it was going to be hard, it was not going to be what you wanted. Like, forgive yourself. That's what I'm getting with this reading today. Like, it is, I almost feel like today this reading isn't about anybody else. It's about you taking your power back, claiming back the keys to your own success, the keys to your own empowerment, the keys to your own worthiness, and forgiving, especially for those of you who, and I'm putting myself in this category, I still have to forgive myself for some things that, like, I stayed in way too long. I knew it wasn't ever gonna be better. I knew he was never gonna change. I knew that situation was just gonna be what it was. But I kept that, like, will, that ego of, "I can make it work. I can make it better," right? That ego of, "I'm gonna get what I want." I had to let go of the ego. And I feel like that's what this forgiveness card is about. It's like, let go of your ego. Let go of your ego, break the chains, go in the new direction, because that is where everything you want is. And for me, that's exactly where it was. It really was. It took about a decade after that decision to leave for things to, well, for me to learn the lessons, for me to get out of that cycle, of that pattern, and make just different choices and decisions and heal, and heal, which then dumped me into another whole healing part of my journey, but, it is what it is. We're on a journey, guys. There's no destination, unfortunately. There is no destination. I so wish there was, but and no. Good morning, Rhonda. Hello. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. Yeah, guidance from spirit, awareness above your head, spirit is communicating support. I feel like I've gotten this, quite a bit in the past week or so, this card. So, yes. Know that they're always communicating, guys. I think that's why I've been, like, putting out so much content in the last week, because they're just communicating all the time. And I've been really being very intentional about getting quiet and about receiving the information. I actually dropped something in my community this morning that I did yesterday that wouldn't post yesterday. So, yeah, if you're part of my community and you haven't gone into the group or you haven't gone into the community portal, please, please do. Because Spirit has been communicating with me and I've been passing that on to you. But for those of you not in my community, this is where you getting quiet will make all the difference, because Spirit is always communicating with each and every one of you all the time, whether it is numbers, whether it is animals, whether it is knowingness, whether it is a feeling. All you have to do is drop down into your heart and get quiet, and Spirit will bring you what you need. Good morning, Jess. Oh, awesome, Cynthia. Awesome. She says everything happens for a reason, including the time it takes for us to learn the lesson. I was typing learn the lesson as you spoke it. Yeah. When you are in the right place with the right people, you're definitely resonating at, the similar frequency. So I think that one of the things I'm loving about my tribe and about my group is that we do resonate with each other and we do amplify each other's energies. And we are, it's if you watch certain spiritual teachers on YouTube or Facebook or, Instagram, wherever you're watching people, um, you'll find you keep hearing like the similar message over and over and over again, because what happens is Spirit puts it in the field. And then those of us who are resonating in that frequency, right? We tap into that energy field, that frequency, and we get that message. So it's not that anybody's copying anybody, and we're all bringing it to the people that need it. We're all bringing it out in our unique way, right? And so that's why it's so important for you to resonate where you are with who you are and not to worry about like missing a message or missing because when you're in the field and you're resonating at a frequency of like-minded people, you're going to get the message. And for some of you, you may be getting the message, 2 and 3 times over in different ways, but from people who are kind of all resonating on the same frequency. And so that's where, you can start to trust and act on what you're receiving. Because if you're receiving a message and then you go and you look and you're like, oh, that person just said that, or that person is hinting at that, or oh, that person, yeah, that's how you can validate that you're in the frequency. Oh, yeah, me too. Me too, Cynthia. I love the connection to oneness. Absolutely. So that's how this all works, guys. And that's why it's so important to learn how to get into the frequency, how to get, tap in. And so that is, my birthday gift to you is the Living in Love course, Realizing Your Divinity Within, is all about how you can get into that, tap into that energy, get into that matrix, get into the energy field. So you can get the messages on your own. And then when you get, me or other people validating what you're receiving, it's kind of like, okay, I'm there. I got it. Good morning, Tammy. Hello, honey. Good morning, Leon. Hello. Yeah. So that's how this all works. It's all energy, it's all frequency. And the first module I talk about energy. The first 2 modules are all about the foundation, the energy, how it works, planetary alignments, how you connect. So, if you're someone that's really wanting, the foundational information on how to connect, like I would go and grab that course. And if you watch the webinar that I put up, which is Living in Love, Realizing the Divinity Within, right on YouTube, you'll get codes for the 2 free bonuses, which is the workbook and the practical guide to connecting. So all kinds of good stuff for you this month, guys. So I hope that you will take a look at that if you're called to. And be careful when you print it. It's 82 pages. And in each of the modules at the end, there are links to content that is unique to my community and to this course. And also resources, things I used on my journey, books and different meditations. So it's there. It's over 51% off. But yeah, I love that course because it is the culmination of me teaching for 5 years and just taking all the really good pieces out and putting it all together very succinctly, even though it's 82 pages. It is succinct. Wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay. So, speaking of being in the field, speaking of resonating with other spiritual teachers or, whatever you want to call us, and I very loosely use that term. Amanda Ellis just uploaded a Mary Magdalene video that I watched the rest of this morning, because sometimes when I'm watching her at night, her frequency is so high and so beautiful that I fall asleep. I really do. So I actually watched the rest of it today. And so if you don't know Amanda Ellis, she did the Christ Consciousness deck. And she just did a video on Mary Magdalene. And tomorrow is Mary Magdalene's feast day. Don't I pull out one of the Mary Magdalene cards? Look at that. Holy Grail Sacred Union. Look at that card. Number 29. Number 29. Yeah. So for those of you who are struggling with relationship, it's because it is time for you to be in sacred union with yourself and then with a partner. And if you're not in a sacred union, then you're going to get bumped out of the union that you're in so that you can get into a sacred union. So especially for those of you who are in narcissistic or abusive relationships, I do feel like this energy is really kind of forcing your hand, forcing the energy to move you in a way that you have been knowing. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I'm really not. I'm validating that what you're feeling, that it's time. You may also be seeking healing within relationships, looking to understand the art of giving and receiving, being held, allowing space, opening, and allowing someone in. Additionally, you may feel as though sacred love is elusive and hard to find. Having built up walls of mistrust and miscommunication for protection and to prevent yourself from getting hurt. Again, you are encouraged to practice self-love, to heal the broken and damaged parts, and to learn to love yourself no matter what. Your worth is not based on anyone else's approval or recognition, since God loves you unconditionally. And if you do not love yourself, how can you expect another to? Jesus and Mary teach us how to truly acknowledge our divinity and presence, and they also urge you not to turn away from your scars or parts of yourself that you judge. None of us are perfect. Our flaws, mistake, and broken bits make us human. The Holy Grail is found when we feel worthy of drinking from it, where we stand in our God-given sovereignty, beauty, and light. Then we will have ceased looking for others to save us or love us, and will realize that we have everything we need inside. This new understanding and incidence will then be mirrored back to us, a divine union, all that is holy unleashed to create the new. Yeah, it's time. So again, even if you're coming into oneness with yourself, or whether you are ready for a divine human union with another, um, I feel like this card can resonate for each and every one of us if you're open to it. And the second card that came out is yes, Jesus, the ascended master. Follow my lead. Yeah, Cynthia, do. She says, I saw the first half as well. I too phased out on last half and will rewatch today. She actually does like a beautiful meditation that she wrote in 2008. So yes, it's absolutely, if you've never followed Amanda Ellis, guys, I would absolutely run over there, because if you're really needing support, that meditation that she has in the second half of that video is just it's heartfelt, it's heart-centered, it's high vibrational. It really helped me transmute some fear that I was having in my root chakra that I've been having for the past couple of weeks, as some things have transpired. But yes, call on Jesus and follow his lead, which is compassion and love and just sharing it and being one with it. So yeah, I love that these two cards came out for us today for support. So there it is. Call on the ascended master Jesus. And if you're new to me, you might not know this, but in my meditation, when I was taking evidential medium class with a medium who was teaching, she did a meditation, and it was a guided meditation, and you were going to meet your spirit guide. And I'd been grown up very Catholic, right? And I was very newly on this journey, and I didn't know about ascended masters and religion versus spirituality, and how these higher vibrational beings that, have been touted as, put on a pedestal and to be revered, was not the case. And so when the ascended master Jesus showed up in my meditation coming towards me to support me and help guide me, uh I- it was kind of a flip out moment for me, because I really then, it was all about like, who am I? Why is this high vibrational spiritual being who I have put on a pedestal my whole life up to that point coming to me? Who am I? Right? But I feel like this is kind of what's happening for many of you, is you are getting in connection with these higher ascended masters, these higher archangels. So this is where we don't want to block it by thinking, who am I? I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve. I'm this little peon, right? No, we are all part of source. We are all connected in this unified field, right? And this is where we need to start to drop into that and love ourselves and accept the high vibrational frequency that's coming in whatever form, whether that's your unicorn, that's your dragon, that's your ascended master, that's your archangel, that's your galactic family, whatever it is, right? They're coming in to support you on this journey and ascension path, because you came here uh, as a light worker, as a light way shower, to help everyone ascend. So even if you're doing that very simply by just being that model in your family, being that presence in your community, whether that's, getting out here and doing what I'm doing. It's all important, but you have to believe and know that you are part of the whole and that you do deserve to be in connection with Jesus and Mary and Mother Mary and all the ascended masters and all the archangels. Oh, Karen, sending you so much love and so many blessings. Yes, let's all pray for Karen's daughter who was rushed into surgery for the third time today. So we're sending you love, honey. So, yes, we are all part of the unified field. We all deserve to be a part of it. We all are worthy of it. And I know that for some of you, you struggle with that concept. You struggle with what's going on in your life and making the hard decisions to choose something new, to move out of experiences that don't serve you, whether it's that abusive relationship or that um, unsupporting career or job or family. I know some of these things that you're trying to move away from and separate from so that you can dive deep into your own authenticity can be really, really scary and hard. But this is why, Jesus and Mary are coming through to help you know that you are supported, to help you know that you are not alone, to help you know that there is support on the other side for you, and that love and that connection, it's there for you. All you have to do is tap into it by dropping down into your heart and allowing that feeling to wash over you. So I'm going to invite you to do that today. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking, hearting, sharing, subscribing. All of the support makes all the difference in the world as I grow, trying to grow more organically. I actually think my ad content right now is blocked. I don't know. Algorithms are changing all the time. I'm so over trying to keep up with it. So I'm just going to keep doing what I do and let spirit guide me. But definitely being guided to work with people in my community and those of you in my community online. So if you haven't grabbed your session using the Summer Sale 33 code, I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your day, your weekend. Friday, run over to my YouTube channel, check out the August general reading. More to come there. But I'm just sending you so much love and so many blessings. And we'll talk soon. Enjoy.